I'm Ted, and this is my podcast. Today, I have two very special guests. First, my niece Olivia, who I technically know since before she was born, and also Davide. Davide is a new agent who joined me on a very special Monday. He came in out of the blue, said, "I'm interviewing real estate offices. Is this right, Davide?" Yep. And I'm interviewing real estate offices. He interviewed. He said, "Okay, I'm ready to do this." Okay, and then you actually signed up, and then you went home. And what did you find at home?
I found your business card on my refrigerator.
My magnet. Calendar magnet with my business card on it on his mom and dad's refrigerator. So it what do you think it was? Meant to be?
I think it was meant to be.
Yeah. Your mom liked it. Your mom thought it was cool.
My mom said she thought it was hilarious. She said, "Oh, I got the magnet. Now you work for him." It's just crazy to her. She said, "It's work."
And Olivia is responsible for getting me a good amount of Bayport Blue Point Instagram followers last year. You did it when you were a junior.
I believe so, yeah.
Yes, and thank you. That was really nice of you. The kids, we did a shout out for them, the ones that went to college. And then, I still see that they like some reels. I see their accomplishments sometimes on Instagram as well. It's a beautiful thing. And we were starting to talk about some phrases that I've always used one way, and now there's a lot more out there. So let's start with out of pocket. Just for anyone who doesn't know where I'm coming from. When someone says out of pocket, it means the amount of money that you laid out of your pocket for something that you purchased. That's what I'm used to. Now, Davide, tell me about what you equate out of pocket to mean.
So out of pocket to me means if someone's talking and other people who hear that don't think it's appropriate to say, they usually say, "Hey man, that's out of pocket. You can't say that." That's what it means to me, and
I could see it.
My age would probably agree with me.
Okay, and I could see that meaning for it. And Olivia, do you have? That's the meaning that we thought it meant as well, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Now I have colleagues that use the phrase completely differently, and they're not in your generation because you kids are in Generation Z. So the millennials apparently say, "I'm going to be out of pocket." So I'll be working remotely for the next couple days. They take it to mean like the email, I'm out of the office. I'm out of pocket. So now this is why the English language can be very confusing. As opposed to Davide, you speak Italian.
Good enough.
Do you think the Italian language has so many things that are said the same way but mean completely different things, like a bear?
A bear's. Some things are different. Some things just make no sense in English. It's hard to compare the two, but some things would, like bear. I feel like I'm not completely sure because I don't speak Italian that well, but some things can be compared to English phrases that have two meanings. Yeah.
Didn't you recently spend a whole month in Italy?
Yeah, I did, but.
Do you spend a whole month in Italy every year?
Not every year.
Oh, okay.
I used to, but after COVID, it just got stopped for 4 years.
Right. Now, Olivia, you speak Spanish, right?
No, I know what I've learned in school, and I get a lot of practice at my job, but I definitely would not say that I speak Spanish.
Now, I feel you started Spanish classes in school at a very young age.
Yeah, I think they start us in 4th grade.
They started you in 4th grade. Yeah, I feel I started a lot later. Davide, did you take a language in school?
I took Spanish. I never paid attention though.
Oh, okay. Now, Davide has went to college, and you've taken a year hiatus to try to do real estate, right?
Yeah.
To give real estate a real shot. Okay. Now, tell me your reason for getting into real estate.
I just didn't like school. The last straw was when I failed biology. I thought I passed biology. I got a D+. So I'm thinking, okay, it's not a great grade, but I passed. Come to find out, I needed a C. So I said, you know what, screw this. I'm taking a year off school. In the summer, just wanted to figure out what I wanted to do. Just tried real estate. So I went to TED. No, first I got my license. Then I went around. TED's office seemed like a good choice, so here I am.
What was the deciding factor?
I just felt comfortable when you explained things to me in the interview. Other people, they didn't really do a good job of explaining the way they train. Some people didn't even train. Some of the offices I went to, I don't want to say which or which ones, but I feel like Ted just solidified the deal for me.
Yeah. And Olivia, you're actually applying to colleges as we speak.
Sure am. Yep.
Okay. Well, you have your pick. You don't have to say which one's what's your top pick on camera. Only if you want to. No?
Well, my top pick is Ramapo College of New Jersey. I've been there 3 times. I quite like it, but I'm also applying to like 6 or 7 SUNYs just because it's a free SUNY week to apply, so might as well take advantage of that.
Okay. And what do you? Well, you're young. You don't have to actually say what you're thinking of doing. But what are you kind of leaning towards?
Well, my top pick, Ramapo, they have a law and society major, and they're one of the very few colleges across the nation that offers that program. So that is what I would like to do.
Very cool. So, interesting thing, I have you both on the show at the same time because you're both very similar in age. Davide, you're 19. Yeah. Okay. And Olivia? 17. Okay. And you both are on the podcast because you came about it differently. One, I think your mom, my very good friend, and I know Olivia's mom for 20 years now. So Olivia's mom said, I was just telling her about the podcast and some of the guests I have slated. Some special, interesting guests for the next couple of episodes. And she said, "Oh, Olivia, we talked about you being on the podcast at some point." Because you do watch it once in a while, maybe the short clips.
I see what you post on Instagram, but I have to admit I've never watched a full TED podcast.
Not many people have. At least at least they stop when they sleep.
Okay.
But so I asked Olivia to be on the podcast, and what I appreciate both of you being on the podcast, but I can really appreciate Davide's. He actually said, "What did you say to me about 4 days ago?" Right?
Just asked, "Hey Ted, can I be on a podcast one day?"
Can I be on? Yeah. And what did I say?
I said, "Yeah, just
sure." How's 3:00? Wednesday or Tuesday? I forgot what day I said first. So I that is a great way to be in real estate. You have to ask for things. It's a great way to be in life as well. Feel free. People should be comfortable. Feel free to ask. Ask for what you might want. And I think it's a lot of fun having different guests. They don't always have to be older people in business. This time around, we're doing younger people in school and in business. So anyway, how do you guys feel about home ownership?
It's expensive.
Do you feel that obviously one of the things you'd like to accomplish in life would be to own a home?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not going to sell you a house. Okay. But I wanted to ask because there are some studies right now that are saying that the younger generation, Generation Z, and millennials even, find exactly what Davide just said. It's very expensive, and the expense of owning a home is in some ways maybe deterring them. So for instance, an older generation, the boomers for that matter, it's estimated that 63 or 64% feel home ownership is attainable and a positive thing. And yet, I think almost 48% only of Gen Z and feel that home ownership is attainable, that it's getting to be so pricey. So that's why I wanted to ask directly younger people, but you still have on your agenda, you will be planning on owning a home at some point in your life. And that is one of the smartest things you can do. They say that home ownership creates, I think, 40% more general wealth, economic wealth for individuals as opposed to people who do not own a home. So it's a great building block and great foundation in general. So on my podcast, if you guys had watched them, Davide, do you watch my podcast?
Some of them.
All right. So, have you seen any of the ones where I have a guest on?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I asked them 3 really specific questions. So, we're going to do that right now. I usually wait till the end, but no waiting till the end. So, ladies first. Olivia, tell me your favorite color.
My favorite color is white.
Okay. Now, give me 3 adjectives that describe the color white.
Are you kidding? What is that question?
Tell me how white makes you feel. Happy, sad.
How it makes me feel, or
Well,
how I think the color is?
I want you to describe the color. Give me
Describe
3
the color?
adjectives.
Okay. Light. Blank. And bright.
Okay. Davide, same question for you. Favorite color? Blue? Okay. Now tell me 3. Describe blue. Give me 3 words that describe it.
Relaxing, calm, and relaxing, calm, and oh no, relaxing, calm, and dark. No, right.
Kind of have to make up your mind on that one. Do you mean deep?
Deep.
Okay. Olivia, favorite animal?
Penguin.
Oh, icicles. Icicles is the name of Olivia's penguin doll when she was...
Doll? No.
It's a little stuffed animal.
Yeah, he's not a doll.
Oh, okay. Well, he wasn't a real penguin either. But now tell me 3 words to describe the penguin.
The penguin. They're cute. They're fast. And they're cold.
Okay. Davide, same question. Favorite animal?
Cheetah.
I'm just, I'm going to tell you why I had to pause on that one. Give me 3 words to describe the cheetah.
Alert. Fast. Aggressive.
Okay. Now, both of you will close your eyes for just a few seconds and picture everything white. Everything around you is white. You're wearing white. I don't know why I close my eyes when I do this to people. You're wearing white. Everything around you is white. And just hold that thought for a few seconds. And now, Olivia, you can go first. You tell me how you feel in that moment of all white.
Can I open my eyes?
Yep, 3 words to tell me how you feel.
I feel a little crazy. Put off. And nervous.
Okay. Davide, your turn.
Can I open my eyes?
Yes.
I feel nervous, confused, and curious.
Okay. Now, do you guys want to know what these questions relate to?
Yeah.
I guess.
So when you answer the question about your favorite color, that is actually how you see yourself. I can repeat your answers for you. So, Olivia, you answered light, blank, and bright. Sorry. Yes, how other people... wait, scratch that whole thing. This is how other people perceive you. Light, blank, and bright. Might be a better word for blank. Davide. Relaxed, calm, and deep. You guys disagree? No? Okay. Animal. Animal, the cool thing about when you pick your favorite animal is it's how you perceive yourself. So, penguin, Olivia, cute, fast, and cold. I know you go to the gym very often. Do you go on the treadmill?
Well, I did a lot. I was running twice a day. I was running like, I don't even know how many miles a week, probably 30, 40 miles a week. but then I hurt my knee, so now I'm running like 2 miles a week.
Ooh, all right, you'll get back up there. And the reason I had to pause, because I've asked this question of so many people, so many different people, even in passing, just in the elevator or something, and no one has ever answered the question with cheetah except for me, Davide. So I remember doing this. Somebody interviewed me, and they asked me the same question, and I said cheetah. I did not have the same 3 adjectives for it, though, which is that's the cool part about answering these questions. So cheetah is how you perceive yourself, Davide: alert, fast, and aggressive. I will dig up the. I used completely different words.
I thought you paused because I contradicted myself. I said relax and calm for what other people see, and then for what I see, I did the exact opposite.
No. The way this works, you have to go at it from everything. Every question is individual. No, one doesn't relate to the other. So there is a big difference in how other people perceive you versus how we perceive ourselves, and that's actually that's life. Now the third thing, the being in an all-white room. I don't. This is great. Maybe 20 years from now, we should ask you the same question, because 20 years from now, you might have a different understanding or a different opinion, because what that is supposed to mean. And it's interesting that you both said nervous, and it's actually supposed to mean how you feel about death. Crazy, nervous, confused. It makes perfect sense in your age. In fact, you're the only people I've asked in your age group these questions. So that's my little mini personality test. I usually do it at the end of an episode. What did you guys think of that?
I enjoyed it.
I think I must have did it wrong because I don't think it worked for me.
It's not about working. It's about interpretation. I think people underestimate the power of a personality test. I take them every year.
I said cold.
And I haven't had any personality yet.
I said cold and blank.
Remember you made me
Oh.
take a personality test the first time I signed up?
Yes, Davide did it immediately. The Tony Robbins profile test. It gives you an idea of how people learn, or how people are going to be learning. Now, do you guys have... You're on the podcast. Davide, you asked to be on the podcast. Olivia, you agreed to be on the podcast. Do you guys have any questions?
Well,
Not really.
we were talking about language before, and I think that you sold yourself a little bit short by declining to acknowledge that you are a fluent speaker of Greek.
I am fluent in Greek. I only know how to read it very, very little. You actually write thank you cards in Greek, so I don't know how you do it. Maybe the internet.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and for the most part, I could interpret it, but I'm not fluent in reading it. Davide, can you read Italian?
I could read Italian. It's hard. I can understand when people speak it. I don't really read or write Italian. If
Okay.
you spoke it to me, I would know what you're saying.
Yeah. What else? I like the guests to ask some questions.
About Greek, though, it seems like a hard language because the letters aren't really the same letters in English. You know that it's a whole different type of alphabet, right?
Yes, we're gosh, I totally forgot. We're the Arabic alphabet. Yeah, and there's only 24 letters in Greek. But then again, we don't have the same word to mean 3 different things in Greek, you know. If I say the word for bear, arkuda, it only means one thing: a large furry animal that's very strong and can kill you. Arkuda. And here, if I say the word bear, it can mean everything from not having clothes on all the way to wait, what's the other bear? The other meaning for bear is to bear.
Like to give.
Yeah, to bear a gift or to bear a burden. Yeah. See, this is why I don't care what people say. English is the hardest language to learn.
Probably to speak, but I don't think to write. Like to write would probably be like Japanese or Chinese or something.
Oh, for us, because it's a whole different direction.
Well, the
Up and
letters
down.
are each letter is so like complex.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, yeah, you're right. Each letter can mean a word by just like the symbol.
I think it's easy because so many people speak it, so you can just even in other countries.
Now, have you guys heard of tiny homes? Like homes that are built to be small, to to be more efficient.
Yes.
Yeah, Davide, have you ever?
I think I saw it on Instagram the other day, actually.
Yeah. How do you guys feel? Would you see yourself living in a tiny home?
No.
Nah, people space in that.
So then there's another alternative that some of the newer the buyers of today are dipping into, which is called multi-generational home, a home that might have 2 or even 3 different generations of the same family, aunts, grandparents, So how do you feel about that? Would you see yourself in one of those kind of homes?
Like living with like your
parents? After college, not before. It's happening. Well.
So it's like my grandparents, my parents, and everyone else is going to be living in there at the same time?
Yeah, it would be multi-generational. I'm sure you see it in Italy.
I mean, my family, they live separate. Everyone was in their own home, but...
Oh.
I can see families doing that.
Yeah. So, well, I wanted to address... I love the fact that Davide asked to be on the podcast. Olivia, I convinced... Well, I didn't... There wasn't that much convincing. But all I had to do was ask once. But keep in mind, you both ended up in the same place. 2 different ways to get here. But you both ended up in the same place. And I want to leave you with one thought. And the audience. Both of them. I want to leave you with one thought that I got this morning from my Orange Theory workout. Because it's Hell Week, and they intensify the workouts. And I heard this, and I thought it was really beautiful. Oh, I didn't even write it down here. Remember, a crayon. I don't have one in my hand, but pretend I do. A crayon. A crayon, even if it's old, maybe even broken, maybe chipped off a piece, guess what it still does? It still colors. It still produces the color. So obviously my coach meant it as, it doesn't matter what's going on in the outside world. Get it? This happens, that happens. You remember, a crayon still colors. And we're all crayons.
That's beautiful, Ted.
It sounded even more beautiful when I was listening to it at the gym. And now let's talk real estate, because I think we had to retape this whole episode, so we missed our first part of our conversation, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Davide was hired the same day someone else decided not to work. So maybe we'll edit that part out. So, do you guys have questions? We're gonna have to work on this. How'd this feel? How'd this feel? You guys comfortable? Because you guys look comfortable.
Yeah, I felt unprepared. I didn't know what to expect.
Well, that's the whole interview. An interview, you're supposed to be unprepared. Enjoy the moment.
You're not supposed to be unprepared, like a job interview, or.
Well, I mean, if it's an interviewing you as yourself, how much prepared can you be? Just be yourself, right? Were you prepared when you came in here to interview?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to speak.
Yeah. He called up on Monday at like around 12:15, and I said, "How's 1 o'clock?" And he showed up. Yeah. Oh no, it's supposed to be feels. Everyone tells me that these podcasts, they enjoy them. A lot of people have been guests that have done their first podcast. Is it your first?
Yeah.
Is it your first podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. It's not mine. So, but yeah. So did you like it? Did you enjoy it? This is the Real Ted G podcast. Not to be confused with Uncle Ted or Mr. G, by the way.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Good experience.
Yeah, sounds that way.
10 out of 10. 5 stars.
Are you both going to the gym today?
Yeah, back day today.
I know you both work out. Do you both go? You don't go to the same gym?
Nah, I'll go to the South Shore. I don't know about you.
I go to Eastern in Blue Point.
No. Both directions.
No, Eastern was in that middle. Eastern.
They have like.
Stand, right?
What? No.
Oh.
Eastern.
Oh, Eastern. Oh, I thought it was Eastern.
Yeah. They do have 2 locations though. I don't know where the other one is. I just know it's far.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me on the podcast.
Okay.
A big thank you to Olivia for all those Instagram followers, and also for being yourself all these years. A big thank you for Davide for showing me one lesson that I almost had forgotten. Always ask, can I be on a podcast? Oh, wait, did you say can or what? When? When can I be on a podcast? Am I right?
No, I think I said can.
Can? Okay.
Can be on the podcast.
Yeah, either way is good. Always ask. And I'm glad you made it to the podcast. And you're part of our family here at Coldwell Banker.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm Uncle Ted and Mr. G. And this is my podcast. You could tune in or not. You can find me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube.